Okay, so this is a follow-up to the lesson we just did, which is the difference between a vector and a bitmap image. And knowing that in CorelDraw we are doing everything in vector, I just thought I'd talk a little bit about outlines and fills. So over on the toolbar here, you've got a variety of shapes and tools you can use, but we'll just do some basic ones like, you can make a rectangle or make an ellipse. And just like in Photoshop, if you hold down the Control key, it'll make a perfect circle or a perfect square. You can also use a variety of pre-made shapes. There's some basic shapes here. For example, I could just choose a triangle. And there's also the text tool where I can just type whatever I want. I can change the font up here. And then finally, there's another tool we'll learn more about later, but it's the fifth one down. And when you hold it down, you have a few flyouts here. We're talking about the Bezier tool. And with the Bezier tool, we can actually click, 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 and it just always connects it until we go back to the starting point and click it there. Okay, so anyway, these are just basic shapes, and in CorelDraw, everything gets referred to as curves. Now, down here, you can see this is a curve on layer 1. Now, even though I said everything should be a curve, these actually right now are not curves. These are actual shapes because they're used, we made them using the shape tool here. So it actually says rectangle or ellipse, or in this case, I think it'll say artistic text, yeah, or just a perfect shape. At one point or another, what you're gonna wanna do is right click your shapes and convert to curves. And this just gives us a little more control. When everything is a curve, you'll be able to manipulate them a little nicer, which will make more sense later. And you can even convert your text to curve, but just know that when you do that, you can no longer type. It's now literally just a curve. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to select the rectangle here. Every curve in CorelDraw has two basic properties. It has a fill and it has an outline. And that is shown down here in the bottom right. So here you can see the fill is none, and the outline is a color code 000100, which is a black, and it's got a width there, which is 0.5 point. Now, your color palette is over here. If I want to give any shape, or I should say any curve, a color or a fill, I just click with my left mouse button on whatever color I want. If I need an exact color, what I can do is I can actually double click the fill down here, and it'll say the object has no fill, and I'll say, well, actually I want it to be a CMYK value of this, or I want it to be an RGB value of this, and I can choose something exactly how I want it. And same thing with the text there. I can make that yellow, for example, and then I'll fill this with, I don't know, some light green or something. Now, these now have a different fill, but they all have the same outline because the outline of black at 0.5 points is the default for every single shape you make. I can change the color of the outline by right-clicking the color I want. So if I want this to have a blue outline, I just right-click blue. If I want the text to have a black outline, I right-click black, and it'll make that. Now, you also get the option of choosing how thick you want it. So in this case, it has a 0.5 point. Well, I can go up here and say, actually, I want it to be 1.5, or I want it to be 10, or I want it to be 24, and it'll increase or decrease the thickness however you want. So right now, this is a hairline. Oops. This is a hairline, which is the thinnest it can be. It's always essentially 1 pixel wide, more or less, but it's just really, really thin. But I could then change that to 3. If I had an exact number that I wanted for my outline width, I could again double click my outline property, and I can actually choose the exact color I want. I can choose, I can even choose the style, so you could have it dashed, and you can choose the size of it, and then you just click OK. And that looks a little funny because it's actually too large for that type of filth. But anyway, so that's the basics right there. Okay, and it's very important that you understand how outlines and fills work, especially when we start doing things like vinyl cutting. And once again, as a review from last time, when you go up to View and you choose Wireframe, it's going to pull all of the thickness attributes of the outlines, and it's going to pull all the fills whatsoever. So you can just kind of see what the actual vectored image looks like. But for now, we'll just put it back on enhanced, and we're going to continue with the next part of the lesson, which is going to be understanding nodes and how to manipulate them.